what's going on, everybody? Everybody on TikTok, what's good? Uni here.
Alien.
Dr. J.
Yeah, so today we're touching a topic due to the fact that society is changing, and we've always touched the topics of society changing a lot, and mannerisms, respect, and all that stuff is flowing out the window. So right now, we're going to talk about the benefits of appreciation, and at the same time, the opposite side of it all. All right. So I mean, and mind you, thanks Jay for that topic right there, because he talked a lot about some positive information that may be helpful to some people to know how to carry themselves when interacting with people, and when people are showing you love and gratitude, how to address the situation. You know.
So how would you address it?
When people show me love, I'll be appreciative of it and try to hold them in high regard, either when they're there or not. You know what I mean? That's most I can say about that. Like, if somebody does something nice to me, you probably can't say nothing wrong about that person around me without me mentioning what they did. No, I don't talk about that person or what. No.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and at the end of the day, you just put a good name on yourself when you either show appreciation to people, or or not, you give people reasons to appreciate you. Now, if you give people reasons to appreciate you, and they're not showing they're not showing appreciation, then you know what ends up happening? Then those people don't get that extra love anymore.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that's the way life functions, you know. So if you're going through life and people are showing you some kind of, they treating you above and beyond than what you expected, show them some kind of love or appreciation, so like that you can continue to get that love and respect. But otherwise, that thing will end real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Another thing. So I know, even if I'm not messing with you like that, if I'm not, we're not on the same page, or we're not in the same lanes anymore, I'm not going to look at just the one situation and maybe have to fall out. I would look at the totality of everything and decide, you know what I mean, when it comes to the pros and cons of you being in my life. So I'm not going to erase or forget about the things you did good for me just because we're in a bad spot or we're not in the same spot. I'm a still stay true to, like, I ain't banging with, but you can't. You know what I mean? You can't talk trash.
And it right goes to what I said a minute ago, which is, if you treat people kind with respect and with love, regardless of whether or not you bump heads with the same person you show love, that person will have that much respect towards you. So you know what? I'm gonna just step back, let it be what it be, and call it a day. Rather than bump heads and interact. Rather than the confrontation and stuff. Because of all the great things you've done in the past for that person, that right there is enough to where if there's a misunderstanding, that person will take that into consideration.
Because a lot of people will, if me and A have a problem with you and you're not around, he might mention something and want me to big him up on it or whatever. No, I ain't whatever. Our situation ain't y'all's situation. You know what I mean? Because we're all supposed to be friends or whatever, or acquaintance, or we were all close at one time. I'm not gonna sit there and be backbiting you. You know what I mean? That's weird.
Yeah. Like I got a situation kind of like that with, with the group of friends that I got. Like, there's two people that they knock heads, and the one kind of wants us to not be cool with the other one, but we kind of tell them, like, look, what y'all got going on, it doesn't, that's not between
you can't
us
mess
and them.
this up. You can't
like,
mess this up.
We cool with you, we cool with them. We spend more time with you than we do with them. So whenever they ask us to come around and say this, that, and third, like, we do that because we don't have no issues with them. You may have issues with them, but we don't. So we're not gonna put ourselves in that vicinity, and now we all got issues. Now
why y'all hanging around? Why y'all hanging around with each other?
And then when you come around, because it's kind of like we all kind of see each other as family, because there's some families involved. It's like, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a negative vibe, and like, we don't want that stuff. So if you got a problem with somebody and don't try to tell other people like, you know, oh, I have a problem with them too. Nah, stay true to, you know, yourself and.
Or
You know?
I think in that particular situation, if it's a group of people, maybe if you're in a setting, a group setting,
You
can
could try
address
to
it. You can try to address it
Yeah,
to the point where
and trust me, it's been addressed. It's been, you know, this, that, and the third, but it's still like the two still knock heads for some reason, and it's like, you know,
might as well put the gloves on.
and that's what we trying to do. But you know, that's what they want to do. But
You
like,
might as well put the gloves on
in the situation, you know,
and then leave it at that. Just
you
put
know,
the gloves on.
in the situation, one's like pregnant right now, so they can't really put the gloves on. So
Oh,
it's deep right now.
chocolate
So.
taster.
Shut up. Shut up. Good thing that's not a name. Good thing that's not a name. But yeah, no. Yeah and no.
But it is a situation where we just tell them like, listen, like we're not a part of that. What y'all got beef on, y'all got beef on. We not dealing with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get into other people's issue. If I got an issue with you, then I got an issue with you. I'm not gonna tell somebody to have an issue with you if they don't have an issue with you.
I mean,
So don't tell me to have an issue with you.
I don't know. I look at it like, I don't know. I look at it like, if let's say, for example, we three homies.
Mm.
You guys got issues. I'll be like, listen, man, we got a lot going on. We go way back. We got this positive going on, this positive. Yo, come on, let's try to work this out. Reason why? Because at the end of the day, you know, we've been getting stronger and building as a team. We do not want to jeopardize that. Let's put it that way. And now, me personally, I would take that upon myself and come in between and see what I could do to fix it. Even though I've tried, in many cases, people be like, nah, leave that alone the way it is. Leave it just the way it is. I'm like, all right.
Some people and I think that has a lot to do with ego.
Yeah.
Like when people don't want to fix a situation when they can, it's the ego talking like, oh nah, I'm bigger and better, so like they gotta come and apologize to me. You know what I'm saying? When you could just be like, yo, listen, like I don't wanna keep fighting, like let me squash it, you know what I'm saying? Like they say some people don't like being the bigger person, but sometimes being the bigger person is a lot more stronger than waiting for somebody to come apologize to you, thinking that, you know, they're bigging you up in a certain type of way, but really and truly it's the opposite.
Yeah,
for me, I think.
No, and like I said, me personally, when it comes to appreciation and gratitude and stuff like that, I've dealt with a lot of people that I've done my thing for, and they show their appreciation, they show their love in return, and because of that, we've been able to build and escalate our position in life, and economically, things have been gotten better for everybody in the same circle, just because we've recognized what we've done for each other.
Right.
You know, and at the same token, I've dealt with people who I've put my neck on the line and helped them out, and then they be like, all right, cool, I don't need you anymore, bounce. But at the end of the day, you could just take a look at that life, and karma's a bitch.
Sometimes when you just bounce without the full blueprint, you know,
karma,
stay stagnant at that one spot when you could have kept building.
Exactly.
And
karma's ugly, man. Karma's ugly.
You know?
So I mean, if you're out there and you've had the opportunity of having some graceful people in your life to open doors for you, to expand you, to push you forward, to promote you, to help you out, and you decided to hit them with the feet or turn your back on them, hey, that's on you. But you already know the life that you live in today may be a reason for they may be karma paying you back. You know, I mean, have you had an experience, Jay, where somebody was ungrateful for something great that you did and
too many. Too many.
Would you like to share at least one story?
Alright. I had a friend.
Okay.
And this is recent. This is some back to school stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
friend or family?
Friend.
Let's keep it friend. Friend.
And their the little kid or whatever, parents all locked up or whatever the case. They're not around. They need some stuff for school. Or one of the dads is around. So I said, yo, I give them $50, go get some sneakers, son, go to Ross or whatever. We go to Ross. They go in there like it's a free-for-all, right?
Damn.
Young boy don't care nothing about this though, right? I'm sitting there laughing, thinking about it now, but I didn't even get a picture of the first day of school. I ain't hear nothing since. So they was looking for a check.
So wait a minute. So you went to the store, you offered to buy him some $50 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
It turned out to be more than $50.
They ain't even get no shoes. It was more than $50, like double.
It was damn. So they got a wardrobe.
No, today's economy, that's not a wardrobe, but they only got certain brands that cost more aesthetic, what looks nice and clean.
Yeah.
They got a particular brand, all that extra stuff.
So they
forget all that.
They OD. They OD on your generosity.
And they only got like one pair.
They OD'd on your generosity and forgot all about you afterwards.
Yes, exactly. And I'm sitting there cracking up because I'm like, yo, which is not for viewing public things that I said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was cracking up. I was like, damn, I ain't even getting no back to school, but I was still focused on what I was doing here. The alarm should have turned that off.
No, it's not. Remember, everything is set up for an hour and a half after.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut off right now.
Hour and a half? Wait, so they 8 o'clock?
No, when the facility shut down.
Oh.
Yo, but so basically, I'm like, yo, I'm so caught up with the back to school here. We doing the free cuts and stuff. Where we was at, and then I was like, I started thinking about it. Everybody sending me pictures of, yo, thanks the other day, good, great cut or whatever, and I ain't hearing nothing. And they the more, I'm more deserving from getting it from them than the other people because they paid for theirs. You know what I mean? They paid for what they got. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's why a lot of people become or be perceived jerks or whatever, right? Because when people do, when they try to do the right thing or do the thing that's in the best interest of the child or just the good thing to do a good gesture, it gets thrown at their face because people feel entitled to whatever is best for them or whatever they feel is best for them, and they don't look at it like someone's doing them a favor. They're not appreciative of what you're doing. So then when things go bad, the whole world turned against them. Everything went, you know what I mean? So I don't believe in that karma thing or whatever. That, at least per se, like how they put forth, because sometimes being in a state of bliss will keep you on the wrong path. You understand? So if they always do the things that feels good or whatever, or even if it hurts other people, they don't get other people. You know what I mean? Because it works out for them until it comes to a point where now there's nowhere to go to because nobody really messes with you because they see how you are.
How you move, exactly.
And
see, I'm glad you brought that topic up because I've met people like that. They, let's say for example, you day one with somebody. You know what I mean? You day one, we building together, we growing together, we winning together. All right? But now they be like, all right, cool. I learned how to win. I don't need you. Now they doing their own thing. Now, mind you, they over there trying to make new day ones.
Right.
But in the process of making,
never work.
Yeah, in the process of making new day ones, the new day ones are looking at you like you a jerk because you left people that you was doing amazing with, and you trying to be with us on some we the new day ones. Dude, we see how
just gonna take advantage.
Yeah, we see how you did them. So yeah, so right now we're not gonna let you do us like that. We might be doing you like that.
Right.
And that's why I say karma, because the thing is, in my experience, everybody I've done love for, I love loving folks. Meaning, I love showing love because me, like I said, karma is great. You know, me, I'm gonna call it God. Some people who don't believe in God, they call it karma. So let's just call it that for now. I mean, but for all the great that I've done, I don't need nothing great coming back from that person to me. God has shown me love, but at the same time, every single person that's done me dirty, like I said, the way I see it is, thank you, Lord, you took care of that for me. But to them, to people that don't believe in God, karma got them. Because I done seen their falls and their fails, their traumas and all that stuff that come along to people that done me dirty. So that's why I'm cool. Like I don't ever waste my time doing harm or negative to anybody that did me dirty. Why? Because I'm good. My life is great. No matter how many people try to hurt me or do me wrong, you know.
I look at things that say like looking at it through my perspective. That was more worldly when I said that they weren't appreciative of what I was doing, but really I can take that as a lesson for myself and show how to deal with people. And because I didn't do things for the glory or whatever. I did it.
Love.
Yeah, because it was the right thing to do.
Right.
I felt like it was the right thing to do, and I would want it done for me if I was in that particular situation.
So you see what you said right there. So all right. One of the main purpose for this podcast is we have a lot of young men and possibly young women moving in the wrong way. What I mean by that is the parents today are so busy doing what they're doing that they don't have time to educate their kids on respect, mannerism, cordial, and all that other good stuff. So the thing about it is, what this gentleman right here just spoke about is that he did it not expecting nothing in return. Why? Because that's what men do. Men, we're naturally a provider. And it doesn't necessarily mean provide for our wife and kids. We could provide for a homie, for a friend, for a brother, for somebody. For example, in our case, it could be a client. Mm-hmm. There was a client one time that was in a messed up situation, and I came through just because. I don't even know why I came through, but I came through just because. I didn't win or gain anything out of it. You know,
Yeah, you know.
I was gonna say he appreciated it, but listen, he appreciated it the best way that he could. He appreciated the best way that he could. You know, it may not cover none of the expenses, but he appreciated the best that he could, and that's good enough for me. You know, but at the end of the day, it boils down to this: like, there's gonna be men that are gonna just be there for people because it's in their heart. That's how good quality people function. You know, so, but the problem is, in society today, when somebody does something good for you or to you,
they expect something back.
Well, no, I'm saying, let's say, for example, this individual here, somebody does something great to them.
Hey, yo, somebody think you Casa not.
So that person right there, that something good was done to them, they personally feel that they were entitled to that great event that just happened to them. No, that's not how it works. If somebody does something nice to you, you be grateful, because what you display then and there will let others that are viewing the situation know how you are when people do good charities for you. But once people see that when people do good charities to you, that you are ungrateful and you're no good in return, listen, just display of gratitude, just that, with your sincere thank you, with a sincere behavior, that alone is enough for the world to see that you're a grateful person. But if you display other than that, the world is eventually going to realize who you really are, and those favors are going to run out eventually.
I mean, the power of giving back itself is strong. You know what I mean? That's why I like doing like those community days where I go out and I give free haircuts. Because for me, it's like, it's not about, it's not about the money. Like I said, I never became a barber for the money. I like to be able to have a gift in my hands where I can just give back.
Amen. Yeah.
Where I can just, you need help or you don't have it right now, or the kids need, back to school haircuts and their parents don't got it, and I'm somebody that can give them free haircuts and provide them with a service that they don't have to go out and buy. That to me is, I love that. You know what I mean? I got the power in my hands to be able to do that for people. Some people don't have that. Like you said, some people, they like to do things, and some people expect things in return when they do things for people. And I don't think, when I do something for somebody, I don't ever expect anything in return, and that's what keeps me happy. Because I don't say, I'm gonna do this for you so that way one day when I need something, you can do it for me. I say, no, I'm gonna do it for you just because I can do it for you, and I want to do it for you, and I'll be grateful just to do it for you. I don't necessarily need anything back in return, because one thing I think is that if you ever expect things from people, you're always going to be unsatisfied. You're always going to be unhappy. You're always going to be like, oh, I did this for so-and-so. Why they didn't do nothing for me? And da-da-da. And then you're going to be like, you're not going to think people are genuine. Not a lot of people are as genuine as you may be. Not everybody has the same heart as you, has the same mind as you. So when you do something for people, do it out of the love and out of out of your heart for it. Don't do it in return for something, because your life is never going to be happy or satisfied if you're doing things for people always expecting something back.
And like I mentioned before, like I said, the world, the universe has a way of rotating itself.
God got a way of blessing.
There you go, exactly. And
at the end of the day, if I need something for anybody, that's the only person I need something from. You know
There
what I
you
mean?
go, exactly.
That's it. So
And that-
I don't
and
need
that-
nothing for anybody else.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, based on his tone and based on how he's talking to y'all, you can see that he's already being blessed one way or another. One way or another, he's already receiving blessings to the point where that's why he continues to do the stuff that he do. Same thing for me. I do the stuff that I do because God finds a way to appreciate me and show me gratitude. So I don't need no love back from the person that I show love to. My life speaks for itself. So I'm going to continue to be the good guy. I'm going to continue to be the loving guy. And listen, brother, listen, you need anything from your brother, come through, check me out, and I got you. I mean, I know my brothers here will feel the same way regardless of whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, we ain't no suckers. I can read in your eyes and see whether or not you're trying to take advantage of somebody, you know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know, listen, that's what we're here for, to show our brotherly love to
And even if you think you're getting over on us, and maybe you do, guess what? Again, God has a way of blessing God, and karma has a way of coming around. So
There you go.
don't think that you're ever just getting one up on somebody. The tables always turn. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
do it out, like I said, do it out of love, do it out of your heart. You know what I mean? Do it out of respect.
You ever hear the expectations or the mother of disappointments?
Yeah, I
agree.
mean, I probably
I agree.
haven't heard it, but I believe it.
I agree, no, but
That's
I
why I
agree.
say I don't ever expect something from people whenever I do. If I do something for you and it's on the love, I'm not expecting you for I'm not expecting anything. I'm not expecting no, like, okay, for instance, like me being an artist. Being an artist in today's time or whatever, it's like, it's a very cutthroat industry. So
Or
This
say
art-
say
this-
this for next podcast.
But
Yeah, finish. Nah.
it's kind of like going towards this. Like, I would do things for artists. Like, I would share, I would comment, I would this, I would that. You don't see a lot of artists doing that for other local artists. They'll only do it for artists they don't even know, big time artists.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I-
So, like,
I
kinda
feel
get
like
some
that
type of way.
is true
And
in
even
general
and there's
for
and there's
people.
and there's barbers and
Family.
other people like that that'll do that. They won't show their friends love, but they'll show strangers
Stranger
love that
love.
don't even know them.
You're absolutely right.
So-
I see that a lot as well.
That goes, you
They'll
know.
get mad at you. They'll get, no, I just remember we was talking about when my niece was mad for me recording and stuff, and I be doing content on my YouTube page.
Oh.
But ain't no problem doing this when this
Yeah.
helps with that. You know what I mean?
It does, but at the end of the day, like I said, I don't. When I do things for people, it's just out of the love. If I like something that you're doing, I'ma like it, I'ma share it, I'ma comment. You know what I mean? And I don't ever look for them to be like, oh, let me go to his page, let me like, share, and comment. I don't look for that. I do it out of love because I know the type of dude I am. Not a lot of people have the same heart as me, so I understand it. You know, so that's how I see it.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it boils down to exactly that. Listen, stop being cold-hearted folks out there, man. Let's show love. The society is going in such a negative direction that it's important that we start showing love to one another and just some kind of gratitude, because at the end of the day, the same person that's giving you a hand could have been the same person robbing you. You know what I mean? So be grateful that he's helping you rather than robbing you. You know, and there's a lot of dudes that I know that are from a similar background that they change their life around. And they do good deeds because they feel like that's what they need to do just to make themselves feel good and to one way or another erase the ugliness that they had in their heart before. But then you being an ungrateful dirtbag when they're doing good deeds, you know, it hits a nerve with them folks. I've actually met dudes that they had an ugly past that nobody knew about. They're doing good deeds for other folks. The other folks are being ungrateful, and not so much being ungrateful. They are displaying a big wad of cash and this and that and the third around the same person that is being nice and generous, and they're being a-holes to the person that's being nice and generous, and that nice and generous person caught a flashback of who they used to be and went back to their old ways and robbed the same dude they were helping just because they was a jerk. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Listen,
It happens.
be grateful for great people, man. There's not too many of these great people left. So, you know, let's start getting the habit of showing love to one another and be surprised how the world changes to be a more positive place to be around.
And keep showing love to like your local, like, you know, supermarkets and like, you know, not too many mainstream things. Show love to like your friends, your family, people that you know personally doing things, not on maybe like a big note, but like something small. You know, everybody got something going on. It ain't hard to show it, to like, repost, you know what I mean, comment, share, subscribe. Like, just do it. You see it, you'd be like, oh shit, I know that person. I went to school with that person, or blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Show them some love. Maybe you don't even talk to that person. Just show them love. It's nice to see people that you know growing. You know, it's always nice to see people that you know growing out of a bad situation or even into a better situation from the situation they were in. You know what I mean?
And they might just share the growth with you. Like, you know?
Exactly. They might just be like, oh snap, I know so and so. Oh, they actually blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Let me go see what they got going on. They may go back and show love, but don't look for that. You know what I'm saying? Just do it out of your heart. Do it out of your love. I always say, if us small time folks, I don't want to say small time, but like us, you know, common folks, not mainstream, not big, not rich, whatever. We show more love to each other. As far as you want to be in life, is as far as the same person wants to be in life.
Network.
If you guys help each other get there, if we all help each other get there, it's incredible on what everybody can do together. Like, incredible.
Like, for example, me, I appreciate these two brothers right here. 'Cause like, for example, he got his music, which we keep trying to, we're going to have an interview on him to talk about his music page and my man right here, his other comedic page and whatnot. But, you know, but at the same time, I'm appreciative that these guys have decided to participate in this podcast with me. Because mind you, we're not getting paid for this. But at the same time, like, listen, the community needs some good inspiration, some good information. Not all the nonsense that everybody and their mama putting out there of dumb memes and stuff that's just fun. Don't get me wrong, they're funny. But listen, right now there's a lot of knives that need to be spread out there, and we need to wake some folks up. You know,
this is actually fun. Like, I encourage more people to do stuff like this. Like podcast, just talk with your friends. Like, go live, just talk with your friends. Like, talk with your peoples, man. Just talk about positive stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, we all spreading love, man. We do what you gotta do.
On another note, if you're a barber or stylist and you think you have what it takes to work here,
come to the Kings.
Hit the DM or hit the direct message or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, now for a short note, before we sign off, what makes this difference is I'm not robbing your money. I'm not taking your tips. We're not charging no crazy ass percentage. We'll show you how to elevate your skill game to be something flying fancy, something your other shops is not doing, which is just, you know, taking your money and taking your hard work by making you bring clientele to their shop and then later on kicking you out. You know, come through. We show love. That's why the vibe here, I'm going to be honest with you, the reason why I have not filled all my chairs is because you have to have some kind of je ne sais quoi to be part of the team.
You have to have some skill and some decorum.
Yeah.
You can't just be.
You can't just be just any barber. If you got some self-respect and you got some skills, and dude, trust me, your doors will be open. But not everybody's doors gonna be open. I'm gonna let you know that right now. But if you got some skills, like I said, my team is meant to be the elite team. And when anybody that knows me and know the businesses that I had in the past knows that I only keep elite guys. If you got potential to become elite, we'll get you there. But if you come being elite, boy, listen, you start shining from the rip.
Don't come on that high school swag stuff, man. Don't come on that high school swag
No
stuff,
high school
man.
swag stuff. We grown men.
We grown men up in
Grown
here,
men.
man.
If you
We
woke,
kings.
you stay broke.
You come to Kings, man. You walk and you talk like a king, man. That's what it's about. King's experience, you know. We treat our clients with a top-notch services around. You know what I mean? There's no competition.
None.
You know what I'm saying? There's none. So you come here, you become a king. We treat you like a king. We show you how to treat your clients like a king. You know what I mean? And eventually you start living like a king.
Amen.
You know? That's what it's about.
So with that, anybody need to add anything else before we sign off?
Y'all can go follow me on all social media platforms. At
Peace.
The Alienated Barber and at the DRS Alien. Peace.
Alright, peace. I don't know who's
you wanna say something?
who's gonna hit the off button on that. I'm an old dude. I don't know how TikTok works.
Take